It is exactly 1 minute past 10 p.m. Thank you so much for watching UBC TV and welcome to UBC News Tonight with me, Sharon Chomdisha. In our top stories of tonight. President Museveni urges Christians to spread the gospel of wealth creation. Thousands attend Martyrs Day prayers at Namugongo. Still to come, Ginger Diocese leads Namugongo Catholic site prayers. And in more news, pilgrims relax after Namugongo's Martyr Day's prayers. Tonight, President Museveni has assured the National Resistance Movement Parliamentary Caucus that a few days ago the Uganda People's Defense Forces managed to successfully recapture the Bulo base from the Al-Shabaab terrorists in Somalia. On May 26, 2023, the Al-Shabaab, using over 800 fighters, attacked an overrun Bulo forward operating base manned by the UPDF. President Museveni announced today during the ongoing 10-day NRM Parliamentary Caucus retreat at the National Leadership Institute in Chankwanzi. The president further revealed that during the operation, the UPDF discovered the lifeless bodies, of 54 fallen soldiers, including that of one commander, Nyororo.
Handled by these stupid people. Now, the terrorists had sort of, I think they were a bit surprised by their success. They tried again another place called Barawe, but they were hit badly and they fled, they ran away. Now the problem, as I told you, like this Oluka man was in the army shop. You can imagine army shop. From army shop, they make him a commander of OC of a company. So therefore, and this is the corruption you are talking about. You young people, you have got a very good opportunity to learn the best practices of the NRA. Because we are here, many of our people died, but some are still here. And we have written. If you want, you can learn what we did and why Uganda came up. But if you also want, you can continue with the tendencies which are not correct. Money, allowances, all that running around. You will not go far. You say your parliament number what? This is number what? 11 parliament. I have seen all of them. From, no, I think, do they include the colonial? Even the colonial I saw. The Legico, I saw it. And I have been a member of, I think, nine or so of the only one I was not a member of was Legico and the Parliament of Independence, and the one of UPC 1981. Otherwise, even I am a member of this parliament. By being president, I am indirectly a member of parliament. So, out of the 11 parliaments, I have been a member of 8, and I have seen all of them. And I can tell you the way to remain relevant is what Biaranga was telling you about, what he was saying, although he was moving quickly. So I really think it is a very good...
Samson was moving with his family. Ng'oswala no gabana nze gyenva ye wali nali naye ebirala naffe tusaba omukisa entambula ya Sabadiko bw'esooka at church we have
Still about President Museveni, he has tasked the pilgrims embrace government programs targeted towards poverty alleviation, especially the parish development model. During Martyrs Day celebrations at Namugongo, the president challenged Christians to support themselves and work together with government for development. The president was represented by Prime Minister Namugongo.
It is now 37 years since young Ugandan Christians were martyred for their faith by the chief executioner Mukajanga on orders of the then Kabaka of Buganda, Daniel Muwanga II. These, among others, included Andrew Chibuka, Anatoli Chirigwajo, Achilles Kiwanka, Mugaga, Mukasa Chiriwawanvu, Javira Chizigo, who was the youngest, James Buza Baliao, Luke Bana Bachintu, Bruno Serunkuma, Joseph Mukasa Bali Kudembe, Matthias Mulumba, and Gonzaga Gonzaga. The Uganda Martyr Shrine is built on the spot where Charles Lwanga, one of the Christian converts, was burnt alive on the orders of Kabaka Mwanga of Buganda Kingdom, a place later turned into an official pilgrimage center. In commemoration of their faith and sacrifice, thousands of pilgrims flocked Namugongo Catholic Martyr Shrine to take part in the commemoration of the climax of this year's 3rd June Martyrs Day Celebration.
The Pastoral Church today celebrates the Mass of the Uganda Martyrs. And here on the spot where they were burnt, it is I, the main celebrant, for the first and maybe the last time.
The celebrations, animated by the Diocese of Jinja under the leadership of Bishop Charles Martin Wamika, were held under the theme, Lord, Increase Our Faith.
We are here to arouse, to awaken, to inspire, to pray through the martyrs. Lord, increase our faith.
Having animated the celebrations in 2002, 20 years ago, on behalf of Tororo Ecclesiastical Province, the diocese showcased their skills with all the excitement. The Bishop of Jinja Diocese, Charles Martin Wamika, who was the main celebrant, tasked Christians to always question their faith in God, reflect on their actions, and continue emulating the works of the martyrs. Wamika says the theme was chosen in honor of the martyrs who shed their blood for faith in Christ. He preached forgiveness and trust in God.
The martyrs, Charles Lwanga, since you are intent on burning me, pour water on the firewood so that the fire burns slowly.
Archbishop Luigi Bianco, the Apostolic Nuncio, told Christians that the Vatican considers martyrdom as a fullest proof of faith.
Calls for action in the big and small decisions of the daily life.
The Chabazinga of Busoga, William Gabrana Diop IV, also took part in the celebrations and shared a message of faith with his subjects.
As the people of Busoga, we cherish the sacrifices made by the original 45 martyrs, who included, but not limited to, Matia Mulumba from Mayuge and Gonzaga Gonza from Kaliro. As a cultural institution, we shall safeguard what the martyrs stood for, such that their endeavors don't die in vain.
The President, through the message delivered by the Prime Minister, challenged all Christians to support government programs intended at boosting their general welfare.
It is important for all households to join the Wealth Creation campaign in order to guarantee prosperity. The NRM government is mobilizing the remaining 39% of the Ugandan households that are still trapped in subsistence farming, that is working only for food, to join the money economy.
Several Christians from around Uganda and far beyond journeyed to Namugongo to honor a group of men who were executed for converting to Christianity. Among the pilgrims were those from across Uganda, Democratic Republic of Congo, Malawi, Zimbabwe, Tanzania, Kenya, Rwanda, and Burundi. Others included different political figures from their different political divides. Susan Naonga reporting for ABC TV.
President Yoweri Museveni has tasked religious leaders to spread the gospel of wealth creation by advising believers to embrace government programs like the PDM and Emyuga. This was contained in his message to the congregation celebrating Martyrs Day at the Anglican site in Namugongo, delivered by Dr. Ruth Nankabira, the Minister for Energy and Mineral Development.
Stand Up for Jesus was the processional music hymn which opened the 2023 prayers to mark the annual pilgrimage at Namugongo Anglican site. The Christians who flocked this site overwhelmingly embraced the newly facelifted and erected amphitheater to celebrate the 45 young Christians who were killed for their Christian faith in the year 1885 and later termed as martyrs. The Eastern Cluster, comprising Bukedi, Karamoja, Soroti and Central Busoga dioceses, among others, portrayed an energizing spiritual service, bringing closer the faith as believed by the martyrs. The shoulder-to-shoulder gathering called for more support in acquiring more land and funds to accomplish the planned construction of what has become among the top tourism sites in Uganda.
We are increasing, we need that land. Praise the Lord. The neighbors who are behind there, you are on church land. Praise the Lord. Please better organize yourselves.
The amphitheater cost Uganda shillings 13.1 billion. This whole thing, the amphitheater, 13.1 billion. And as you can see, we are at the left. We are left with the few works to fully complete.
The Archbishop of Uganda, Dr. Kazimba Mugalu, hailed the government for the support towards the development of the Anglican Martyrs site.
I also ask the Christians to support church projects in your dioceses and protect the church's properties for posterity.
The guest preacher, also the Archbishop of the Anglican Church of North America, His Grace Foley Beach, challenged leaders to spread the gospel of reconciliation, repentance, and spiritual growth.
Why do you see the speck that is in your brother's eye, but do not notice the log that is in your own eye? Is there something in my life which the Lord has shown me of which I need to repent?
Archbishop Kazimba Mugalu reminded the celebrants why the Uganda Anglican Church initiated a split from Canterbury, the seat of the Anglican Church worldwide, after its decision to allow priests bless same-sex marriages and civil partnerships.
I want to assure you, we've only just begun, and the future of Christian mission and global Anglicanism is very bright.
The Minister for Energy and Mineral Development, Ruth Nankabira, represented the President of Uganda and asked the congregation that the challenges hindering the development of the site will be followed up to 0 miles.
That if they are bona fide occupants, we have to make sure that they are handled as bona fide occupants. And because this place is a government place, it contributes towards religious tourism. I think we proposed for government to help us on compensating the bona fide occupants around this place. That proposal must be supported.
President Yoweri Museveni asked the religious leaders to aid the promotion of government programs like PDM and Emyuga, intending to liberate Ugandans from poverty.
It is important for all households to join the wealth creation campaign in order to guarantee prosperity. The NRM government is mobilizing the remaining 39% of the Ugandan households that are still trapped in subsistence farming, that is working only for food to join the money economy. Subsistence farming fosters poverty because besides food, there are other human needs that must be satisfied, such as shelter, medicine, clothes.
After the service, the Archbishop led the chief guest to officially launch the amphitheatre.
Namugongo, and what are the words? 3rd June Celebrations Amphitheatre.
The mood behind me here signifies that this year's Martyrs Day Celebrations has been a success, and what I can vividly tell you is that the dioceses including Rwenzori, Bunyoro Kitara and Masindi have already been chosen to lead the celebrations for 2024 Martyrs Day. Here at the Anglican site, it is a done deal for 2023. Daniel Mugoya, UBC News.
There have been tight security measures at Namugongo Martyrs Shrine to deter and prevent crime at the Martyrs Shrine at Namugongo. The 3rd of June is marked as Martyrs Day to remember the 45 martyrs who died for their faith at the hand of then Kabaka of Uganda, Mwanga II Mukasa. However, bad elements, mainly petty thieves, often penetrate the area and make some pilgrims uncomfortable. Ivan Kawa has a detailed report on this.
The atmosphere at Namugongo Martyrs Shrine was filled with devotion and excitement as thousands of pilgrims visited the venue and were welcomed by heavy security presence. Multiple roadblocks were strategically placed to facilitate the smooth movement of pilgrims to the shrines. Security officers were stationed at various spots, providing guidance and assistance to the pilgrims. Fire brigade units were on standby, and foot patrols and additional troops were deployed as part of the security arrangements.
But things are not easy, but security-wise, it's okay.
These measures did create a sense of ease among the pilgrims, allowing them to participate in the celebrations without fear.
The fact that the policemen and ladies have done their job very well. Surely they checked us thoroughly. Nothing could come in.
I never had this experience of really walking that long distance. It was fun. The security was tight. The police officers treated us right for the fact that we were putting on uniform.
It has been good compared to the last years.
While the enhanced security was appreciated by many, it also presented challenges for some individuals. For persons living with disabilities, the security checkpoints proved to be an inconvenience, requiring them to undertake a spirited trek to reach the main events.
In that I was stopped when I came on a border, and I was stopped very far from here. I've moved from there up to here. There is no border, there is no public means. I'm tired. I'm asking them to help me. There is no way out.
So due to the high number of pilgrims coming into Namugongo, the security checkpoints have been increased in number to ensure that whoever is attending Mass is checked thoroughly to ensure safety of all the people within and outside Namugongo.
A big number is still on our gates, but we are managing the situation. We managed to get officers from the prison services, Uganda prison services, who are helping us with the access control checking so that people, the speed and how people enter these premises increases, and all I can say is that we have managed the security.
Some few cases of petty crimes were reported at both the Catholic and Anglican shrines. A number of mobile phone theft cases were registered at the Namugongo Shrine, and one case was reported at the Anglican Shrine.
The other thing is that we found someone in possession of government stores. 70 suspects have been arrested, and among these, 2 of them are women, and they are currently detained at our different police stations spread out in Chira Division.
A number of children were reportedly lost after losing contact with their parents, and the police were still locating their relatives. Ivan Kahwa and Juman Samba, UBC News in Namugongo.
Hundreds of Christians from Central Deanery of Moroto Catholic Diocese gathered at St. Chizito Naoyi Parish in Moroto District to celebrate Uganda Martyrs Day. Father Richard Ako called for unity among Karamajongs in order to develop the region. Christians also prayed for peace.
Hundreds of Christians from Central Deanery of Moroto Diocese thronged St. Chizito Naoyi Catholic Parish in Moroto Diocese for Uganda Martyrs Day celebrations. Christians from Kangole, Tapak, Ididi and Lorengedwat parishes, among others, gathered at St. Chizitonawai Parish in Moronto Catholic Diocese to celebrate Martyrs Day. The Holy Mass was led by Reverend Father Richard Akol, began under the theme, Dear Lord, Increase Our Faith.
Martyrs lived lives marked by the power of the Holy Spirit, lives with witness even now to the transforming power of the gospel of Jesus Christ as we listened from the Beatitudes.
Regina Mundi Parish animated this year's celebration. Karimajong traditional dances made the day colorful. Father Akol called for unity for the development of Karamoja.
To return to him. Dear brothers and sisters, as we celebrate and mark the celebration of the Uganda Martyrs, God is inviting all of us to unite and fight for the common good. Especially fighting against what divides us, especially our community of the Karamojong.
Father Akol urged Christians to support each other. Christians prayed for peace, end to hunger and climate change. The celebrations were participated by Christians, religious leaders and locals. Mary Namkose, Maureen Iga, UBC News.
UBC News Tonight will take a short commercial break.
Jerry con! Hey, Master Blaster! Touch him, man! Bye, Jerry can with Master! Those ones who say go is for you only. Mundava! Best movies I teach you. When I go to the Muscari, because of the cover is very far. Is you serious? It's serious, you. What? Yeah? You step it on it. Add kilometers to your legs, and you get your sugar. We buy meat from Umaru, and Umaru refuses to give you enough meat. Mama! Show him that they don't joke with you. Umaru,
okukakaluka n'okulungi kwetaagako omuntu akuyambako n'olwekyo tujja kukuteerawo embeera esaanidde osobole okukola ekisinga awamu teri kitulema.
The Ministry of Health will conduct yellow fever preventive mass vaccination campaign for all persons aged 9 months up to 60 years. These people should have never been vaccinated against yellow fever. The yellow fever campaign will be conducted in phases, with the first phase covering districts in the regions of Arua, Gulu, Lira, Kabare, Kabarore, and Hoima. The campaign will begin on the 9th of June and end on the 13th of June 2023 and will be conducted in all government health facilities and outreach posts. All parents and caregivers are requested to take their children aged 9 months to the nearest health facility and outreach posts to get vaccinated against yellow fever disease. All adults aged up to 60 years but have never been vaccinated should go to health facilities and vaccination outreach posts to get vaccinated against yellow fever. Ministry of Health calls upon everybody to report any person who presents with signs and symptoms such as yellowing of eyes, fever, headache, muscle pain, feeling of vomiting or nausea, vomiting, and general body weakness or fatigue to the nearest health facility or health worker immediately for medical attention. This could be yellow fever. Yellow fever vaccine is a single dose given once in a lifetime. The yellow fever vaccine is safe, effective, and free. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health with support from Gavi and partners.
Did you know that you can safely and conveniently make your school fees payments anytime, any school, anywhere using Airtel Money? Oh yes! Simply pick up your phone and dial *185#. Select option 6, school fees. Choose between school pay, peg pay, or shore pay. Enter student number. Enter amount, confirm name and transaction. Enter Airtel Money PIN. A confirmation message will be sent to you upon a successful transaction. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
This isn't just a girl. She is the future. This is a teacher, a doctor, a community leader, our future president.
Their support meant so much to me, and as a teenage girl, I stayed focused and was protected from child marriage and teenage pregnancy. I will support other girls against child marriage and teenage pregnancy.
Take action. Report any case of defilement or child marriage to the police or call Sauti 116.
This is the University of Africa. On the streets, you get your real education. Here, everybody has a degree of something. But the most important qualification is imagination. Her reason to imagine is slay. His reason is to be the GOAT. Theirs is to take the beat and make it lit. They want to test edgy until it is fire. Their reason for imagination is to add riz in style. Her reason to imagine is finesse. And hers is to find what's new and bussin'. So no matter what your situation, just use your imagination.
The Magical Egypt Tour 2023 is here. A heavenly miracle waiting across the natural and divine attractions of Egypt, such as Cairo, Giza Pyramids, Saqqara, Memphis, and many more that will offer the gift of a lifetime. The chance to unlock all of the hidden powers of mind and soul, gain the enlightenment of the past and the future, and develop the power of healing. Departure will be Friday 16th up to 23rd June 2023. Basic package starting at $1,200, 8 days and 7 nights. To register, come to Gotove Tours and Travel at Namugongo Complex Suta, UG's Extender, George Street, Nakasero, or call +256 758 530 059 or +256 784 568 392 or WhatsApp +256 782 556 078. Only few slots are left. Powered by UBC Television.
This is a quick call. I'm almost out of minutes. Now,
Why rush through such important conversations? Airtel Uganda has made it possible for you to call across all networks in Uganda at the best rates with the new Bona voice bundles. Stay connected anytime, anywhere, with minutes valid for calls on all networks. Dial *100*1#. Select voice bundles and select Bona voice bundles today.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
You're still watching UBC News Tonight with me, Sharon Chomjisha. Government has commissioned the recently constructed water treatment plant for Kayunga, Busana areas, upscaling water supply to approximately 100,000 people. Assistant Commissioner Sewage Services Division at the Ministry of Water and Environment, Engineer Dr. Felix, says that this has been enabled with funds from the African Development Bank to a tune of 26 billion Ugandan shillings.
Kayunga has always been one of water-stressed areas, though it is surrounded by big water bodies, namely River Nile and Lake Choga. The district has 2 pipeline schemes, and 139 of its water points have been non-functional for over 5 years, and these are considered abandoned. In 2017, government embarked on a drive to construct a water treatment plant with the aim of upscaling access to surface water supply in Kayunga and surrounding areas.
The project design is an ambitious design where we use from the abstraction and hope that we can be able to reach the majority or the bulk of the district area. However, that total cost is approximately 65 billion Uganda shillings as of the last five-year estimate. And government of Uganda could not raise all these resources in one go. So in 2017, approximately 11 billion Uganda shillings was provided from the government of Uganda funding, which constructed phase 1 of the project with construction and the limited supply near the treatment work.
Unfortunately, with the ever-growing population in the area, this was soon becoming exhausted. Kayunga has 1,070 domestic water points, which serve a total of 294,024 people in urban centers and 264,429 in rural areas. But in 2020, government, with the support from African Development Bank, embarked on implementation of the strategic town water supply and sanitation projects. The Assistant Commissioner, Sewage Services at the Ministry of Water and Environment, Engineer Dr. Felix Trinomuchunguzi, says through this project, government received a sum of 26 billion shillings, which funds have caused a tremendous impact as regards to ensuring sustainable provision of safe water and hygienic sanitation for urban population by 2030.
By design, we expect that this system will be able to serve approximately 100,000 people in this area over the next 20 years. But this will need upgrading different phases that we're able to reach in all different areas. So today, as we speak, we're able to reach another approximately 950 connections people in addition to the area, but the system has capacity to serve many more connections than that as we progress.
During the technical commissioning, the project was handed over to the Umbrella for Water and Sanitation Central for operation and maintenance.
We need to thank the contractor for a job well done. And without a consultant, of course, we wouldn't have achieved what we have achieved. I thank the consultants for effectively representing the client. And without having wonderful stakeholders in the form of local government, definitely this project would not get where it has gotten. So, local government, the chairman, the RDC, we thank you very much. Thank you for being such a wonderful partners.
Even then, there is need for more funds to facilitate expansion of the project to areas of Galilaya and Bale in Kayunga district that have not yet been covered.
We plan to continue engagement with the government, with the government partners to solicit for resources so that we can be able to extend this water supply to cover all these areas and areas.
Kayunga water coverage varied from 48% in Kitimbwa sub-county to 95% in Kayunga Town Council sub-county. Dorcas Kimono, UBC TV News.
In more stories, area leaders in Pidgey district have asked government to increase on local government budget allocations to enable them improve services to the people. This call was made by the district chairperson in Pidgey district, Peter Sejemba, during the commissioning of clean water wells in the district.
Mpidgey is one of the districts in the country with water scarcity. A number of residents reportedly still draw water from unprotected wells. This, according to residents, has caused them numerous health threats as they share the same water with animals.
Amazzi enkuba wetonya ekidiba kyetusenamu kijula mukoka ate kumusana tubukusena ne tusenesa n'ebikopo temumba mazzi anogola batugagabana n'ente era nazo zijja ne zinywa kuno nafe abantu tukima kuno.
In every town council and every sub-county there is scarcity. People are still fetching water from these local sources that make it unsecure for them to fetch water from those sources.
It is for this reason that a Future for Orphans Uganda has donated 5 clean water wells to 5 villages in the district to reduce on the problem of water scarcity.
I believe that's the only way how we can also reduce on daily expenditure from every family. As the government is fighting with the PDM to bring out development in different families. But when people are still spending all the money on buying medicine for treatment and treating the same diseases that are caused by stagnant water, where it's contaminated, then we will never see our people getting out of poverty.
The Executive Director, Future for Orphans Uganda, John Drobonente, asked leaders to coordinate and give NGOs avenue to extend water services to communities.
Because we as NGOs the leaders in every community, they are our community connectors. They want to link us to communities where there's lack of water, where there are things they are supposed to do in those areas. But where you find them fighting each other, then the development, the support from us NGOs will be weakened.
The Mpigi District Chairperson, Sembajwe Martin, asked government to increase funding to districts to enable them plan for the community.
And our budgets in the planning, we are considering in town councils to extend pipe to water, but we do have a challenge of very little funds that our capacity can't even serve 10% as we talk right now. So we usually call to our leaders, the members of parliament and other partners to come to us, listen to us. We do have these problems, to give us a helping hand in extending fresh and clean water to the society, but it is still a big challenge.
Mary Namkose, Irene Faith Natongo, UBC News.
Stanbic Bank Uganda and Total Energies Uganda have entered a partnership through which their clients will have a similar service of fuel and other petroleum products at Total Energies Uganda stations across the country. Through Total Energies card, customers will be able to load credit using FlexiPay, a digital payment solution offered by Stanbic Bank. This was at a function held at Total Energies Uganda fueling station Wampeo in Kampala.
Individuals buying fuel and enjoying other Total Energies products through their Total Energies card can now easily load credit to their cards using FlexiPay, a digital payment solution offered by Stanbic Bank. The executive head of corporate and investment banking at Stanbic Bank Uganda Limited, Paul Muganwa, says apart from fuel, the credit on the cards can also be used to pay for periodic car services, lubricants and any other services at Total Energies service stations across the country.
That is open to all aspects of the market. And I think it's a solution that is required. When I think about my own personal fuel needs, I have a driver, kids are going to school, I need to manage that process. And so a card of this nature that is widely available and widely applicable is really at the heart of inclusivity in this country.
Total Energies Marketing and Finance Manager, Omotesele Josephine Akimpelu, explained that consumers' time has to be respected and they need control over their hard-earned money, which they can use to purchase essential quality products.
This option allows the customer to take money from their mobile money or Airtel money account or their Stanbic Bank account or their FlexiPay wallet and directly load their Total Energies fuel cards without the need to find an agent or a bank to help them to do so.
With the partnership, these prepaid card customers will enjoy enhanced convenience enabled by the seamless card top-ups from their FlexiPay wallet to card and don't necessarily have to own a Stanbic Bank account to use the service.
It is a wallet, but it's deeply integrated in our broader banking proposition. And so we believe that this is going to be an important, innovative, nimble, flexible solution that will allow us to tap into not only new segments, but also new industries, and more importantly, make life easier for our existing clients.
The capability that we have enabled for the top-up of the Total fuel card is for both people who are in our ecosystem and people who are outside our ecosystem. And that sits at the top of what we want to deliver with Stanbic FlexiPay, which is giving accessibility to financial services, whether on or outside our own ecosystem.
Mary Namkose, the gracious.
Ebiseera by'okuzaayo abaana mu masomero tebiteekwa kukaluubiriza n'akatono. Eno kusimba nnyiriri mpanvu, kano kalipagano ka bidduka. Simanya kuzunga na banka siripsi. kati osobola okusasula school fees z'omwana wo ate n'okola n'ebirala ntoko ku ssimu ye ey'omu ngalo. Ekikola kyangu nnyo. Nyiga bunyizi *5*8 ogoberera ebikulagiriddwa oba okozese app ya MTN Momo. Ate kati okola ki olwaleero? MTN Mobile Money Uganda Limited erungamizibwa banka enkulu eya Uganda.
Juko.
Yo.
Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the Parish development model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, it is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a poultry project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The Parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Uganda is rich in natural resources and hard-working people. But to turn these resources into real progress and development, we need to invest in our infrastructure, education, and health care. That's where taxes come in. When we pay our taxes, we are investing in our country's future. We are supporting the schools that educate our children, the hospitals that care for our families, and the roads and bridges that connect our communities. And when businesses pay their taxes, they are contributing to the growth and development of Uganda's economy. They are helping to build a stronger, more prosperous nation for us all. So when you pay your taxes, you are investing in the future of Uganda and supporting the progress and development of our nation. Uganda is because of you.
Uganda Revenue Authority, developing Uganda together.
And lastly, in our sports stories, a week after clinching the Uganda Premier title on the dramatic final days, Vipers are back in action in yet another as take on Police FC in the Stanbic Uganda Cup final. The highly anticipated clash is on at the Akeboa Stadium on Saturday as the Venoms aim to join a distinguished class of league and cup doubles winners led by SC Villa 6, KCCA and Express, who have done it once. It will be the third time the Vipers are presented with an opportunity and we'll hope history doesn't repeat itself. In 2018, they were denied by KCCA in Bukede after winning the league, and as recently as last year, they were undone by Alex Isabide and Bull. In both instances, they headed into the final game as favourites, but things turned against them and thus won't take the game against Police FC lightly. Police were disappointed not to return to the Premier League after missing out on promotion, but may want to end the season on a high. Despite being a division below, they are not short of quality and experience with players like goalkeeper Davis Mutebi, Haman Waswa, Hassan Chikoyo, Mrs. Semugeda, Samuel Kayongo, Emmanuel Mugume, and Bading Kalanzi, Dennis Kalanzi, all with the ability to hurt any opponent. Thank you so much for watching UBC News tonight. My name is Sharon Chomdusha. Have a lovely night. Bye-bye.
Welcome back from Namugongo. My name is Juliet Nateza with the latest weather forecast from Uganda National Meteorological Authority. Sunny intervals dominated most parts of our country, though some had some light showers. When we take a look at the satellite image, it shows that we still have the southeasterlies blowing from Mascaline towards the eastern and then the southern part of our country, together with the Kong air mass blowing in from the Kong forest towards the western stretch of our country. That's why in the morning we expect light showers to dominate the central. Eastern we expect light showers in Jinja and then Tororo. Soroti we expect sunny intervals. Western we expect sunny intervals to dominate apart from Masindi where we expect light showers. In the northern, we expect sunny intervals to dominate. Later on in the afternoon, temperatures expected to rise to 26 in the capital of Kampala with light showers. Kanakasongola, we expect a maximum of 28, and Masaka, we expect a maximum of 28. Eastern, we expect a maximum of 28 in Jinja and Tororo. Soroti, we expect a maximum of 30 with light showers. Kasese, we expect a maximum of 32 with light showers. Then Kabale Highlands, we expect a maximum of 26 with sunny intervals. In the north, we expect a maximum of 30 in most parts of the country and then with light showers. Elsewhere, Nairobi, we expect a maximum of 26 with sunny intervals. Dubai, we expect bright and sunny conditions at a maximum of 38. Cairo, we expect a maximum of 35. And London, we expect sunny conditions, though at a maximum of 26. That's all we had for you from Uganda National Meteorological Authority. Tune in tomorrow, same time. Have a blessed Sunday.
UBC, inspiring.